Well, hey everybody, it's Tom here. Welcome back to my shop. So you've seen me make the camera mounts for my electrician in a previous video. So we've got to make some more, but kind of with a twist. So that's why I figured it'd be worth filming. You guys may enjoy it. So if you guys can see over here, I think the wide lens on the camera is picking it up. So basically we've got to make 2 camera mounts. One to hold 1 camera, and 1 camera mount has to hold 2 cameras. This is the camera mounts that he uses. So the camera mounts here, and this board here gets tightened down on the tube, so it gets held like this. And this working diameter here is like 4.5 inches is ideal. That's what he likes. So, you know, he brought me this, which we can use. What we'll do is we'll cut this off here because obviously this diameter is too small, and we can use this as one. And then he brought me a bunch of various parts and pieces, but the majority of this stuff is aluminum. And for me to finish them out in aluminum would cost, you know, like 2 to 3 times more than just doing it with steel. And also, you know, I've got to order it, so I'm just using stuff I got on hand, which is faster and also cheaper. So let me grab the camera and take you over and show you what we got to make together to make everybody live happily ever after. So my electrician brought me this. This is like 16 feet of aluminum tubing. I hate to think how expensive it was. So he wants me to use this to mount onto the mount that the camera mount's going to mount to, if that makes sense. So what we have to do is, you know, use this, but the L brackets are going to be made out of steel. So that's where the fun begins. We get to make the two together. So let me get this cut because we need a foot of this and a 2-foot section. So that'll be what the cameras will get mount to. So here's what I'm thinking. I've got this piece of, lack of better words, basketball pole here. It's 4-inch OD, and then this thing is 4-inch ID. So if we cut a few pieces off, and then we can, you know, slip that inside there, and then what we'll do is we'll have a steel metal cover here, and that'll mount to the L bracket. And I'm thinking, you know, drilling and tapping a couple holes to retain that. I think that should work. Coming through, buddy. Look out. Move. Of course, he drops his toy right in my path. Get your toy. All right, here it comes. Don't want to play too hard, you're gonna get too hot. It's a warm one today. It's gonna be like 88. No. Got one fan going, but still not enough. So I've got basically all the material cut. Hopefully this will start making some sense. So separated those so we can use this part right here, and then we'll make another part out of the square tubing like that. I got this piece of, looks like 3/16, so that'll be, you know, here, and a couple mounting holes. and then these will slip inside here. But I just measured this, and this is actually 5/16 thick wall thickness, 312 thousandths. So actually we're going to have to turn it down a little bit, so this will slip inside that. So it's not a perfect fit. And then you got the pucks. Those will be the caps for these. Probably turn it down a little bit, you know, so we got a shoulder so it fits in nicely. And I don't know if it's worth running a couple screws in there or just, you know, mix up some epoxy, because all this thing has to do is basically, you know, seal out the weather. So, and then for the bottom, I got this big chunk here, 4.5 inch. So what we'll do is do the same thing, turn a shoulder on it, and then I'll take the bandsaw and cut it, and then rinse and repeat. So I'll have 2 of those, and they'll get welded to that. And then this would slip inside that, and this would be on top of that. And of course, you know, you've got this coming in there, so hopefully that kind of makes sense. So we got a little bit of turning to do, so meet me over at the lathe, I guess. Got you over here at the Monarch. We got these smaller pieces, I guess you call them sleeves. We'll just call them sleeves so we have something to call them. I'm gonna clean up the faces and take a skim pass so we got something to work off of, you know, a nominal number, because right now she's, you know, all over the place. She's not perfectly round. Well, that's got some wobble to it. Let me try to chuck it up again, see if I can get any better. After some bumping around, got it way better. She's within about 15 or so. That's about as best I can get. So let's get her cleaned up. Got the aluminum tube chucked up. Just clean this face, and I gotta skim a little bit on the ID so we have a round measurement, because right now it's all over the place. It's kind of egg-shaped. Have to take it easy. Can't put my steady rest on it because it won't go that wide of diameter. It'll go 4 inches, and of course this is 4.5. So I'll just take it as gingerly as possible since we're hanging way out here. Boring bar all set up. This is going to be the top part, so we only have to go in about 350 thou. Have a nice area for the cap to register to. Get it cleaned up and get it round. Yeah, she's gonna sing.
but that's not too bad. Worst case, we put a bungee cord on it. Almost around. Alright, that'll work. We've got to clean up all the way around. Let me break a couple edges and we'll get it flipped around. Got the part turned around, and we got to bore in about 3 inches so we get that sleeve in there. Just took, I think, the final pass. Let's do a fit up here. That's a little tighter than I wanted. I just wanted to slide in. And make that a press fit. Alright, yeah, let me skim it just a smidgen and we'll be good. Alright, now we got a good fit. He slides in there. Just a smidgen to play, got room, plus it's a little bit warm, so that'll work out good. Nice. Alright, cool. Get the other one chucked up. That's going to be a little more hairier because it's a foot longer. So see if I can do it over here. If not, we'll take it over to the jet and then set up steady rest. But this is just light aluminum, so I think we'll be okay if we just take it easy. This saw cut side is really bad. I've already taken 50 thou off and it still ain't cleaned up. I think we are there. Just took a skim pass. Yep, there you go. Nice. That'll work. Cool. Alright, let me get this turned around. I'm just working on the top caps. So, cut it in this shoulder here so it'll locate on the top. You already seen boring the tubes. So, that's what I'm doing, just whittling it down. It's the final pass. Should take us to depth on that shoulder. Last pass on the second top.
So what you see is I got everything knocked out, so we are ready to start assembling. I just cut these two slugs off camera. We're going to be welding those to the bottom of the sleeves, and then I made this bracket here, nothing, just cut her out, drill a couple holes, and then also cut the elbow. So we got to weld that up. Hopefully this makes sense to some of you guys that haven't seen the camera mounts. So this will go there, and this is going to go here, and then I can weld obviously steel to steel, so that will go here, and then this will go over that, and then once I get this sleeve where I want it welded up, then we'll slide this on and we'll drill I don't know, 2 or 3 holes, through holes here, and then we'll tap these, and then we're going to bolt this together. And of course you saw me do the tops, and we'll glue those down with some epoxy probably, and she'll all kind of come together. So let me grab the camera and take you guys over to the welding table, and we'll start buzzing this stuff together. Didn't think I'm straight. Off just a little bit. My hand's in the way. Well, I was hoping to power tap it. Perfect job for the Noga deburring tool, doing the inside of the back of the holes. for those that haven't seen them before. Alright, I should take care of the burr. Alright, we're using 3/8 16. Drilled that out. You just saw me tap that. I'm gonna need a wrench, hang on. All right. All right, and that is how we are going to marry aluminum and steel. So I'll get the other 2 done on this off camera, and then I'll get the other 3 done on the big tube, and you guys will catch me back up when I start welding this stuff. Gotta put a sleeve on. Alright, well it's time to get the caps on. Let me get them cleaned up. We'll mix up some epoxy and we'll be good to go. Just going to use some naphtha there just to get any grease and grime that I might have on it. Knock down my subscribe sign. That's a bad omen there. I'm just using some of this stuff here. It's 2-part 5-minute epoxy. For those that are curious. Won't take a lot, just to hold it down and then make sure it doesn't go anywhere. We already had a good seal to begin with, so that's a good thing. This one had a good fit, so I'll put it down here and tap her home. the weight of it sit on it. We should be good. All right, well there you go. 2 camera mounts made. That was a pretty fun project. Hope you guys enjoyed it. A little bit of lathe action. Got a little bit hairy doing this big one on the jet lathe. I don't know if you can tell. Not too bad right here where it rode in the steady rest, but up here, almost had a catastrophe. So, unfortunately that steady rest has got bronze fingers on it. It's not rollered steady rest. And I kept it lubed, but the problem is, you're going to have a little bit of friction, and friction produces heat. When we got through it right here, but up on this one here, where I was just boring just a little bit for the cap, that rubbing action, generated heat, which made it expand, which made it tighter, and it started to gall pretty bad. So I have buffed it out the best I can. And of course cameras are going to get mounted on it, so it's not going to matter, but you still want to do your best work. So unfortunately, looks like I got to add something to the to-do list and put rollers on that steady rest. So I don't know if you guys have any other suggestions how to mate aluminum to steel, but this was my idea. I used what I had laying around, saved my electrician Jim some money, and saved him some time. And the reason why I did 2-piece this way, I figured, one is cheaper than trying to turn it out of one big chunk, and 2, I'd have to figure out how much a big chunk is going to cost them versus this stuff I just had laying around. It was scrap, so I can give it to them basically for next to nothing. So this should work out for him. 2 cameras mounted on this pole, 1 on that one, and he's going to paint these elbows here. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but I put a gusset here in this corner too, since it's got to have 2 cameras, because I believe each camera is about 20 pounds each, so this one will have a little bit of weight to it. But all in all, this should work out for him. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Mr. Chaos appreciates it too. He's over there pouting right now. I haven't thrown it in a while because I was trying to get this wrapped up. And welcome all my new subscribers to the channel. I appreciate it. And if you're found my channel by chance and you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button for me. I appreciate it. It doesn't cost anything. It helps my little channel out. We're growing. We're getting close to 5K, which is good, exciting. I can't wait to get to 5K. That's a good milestone. And plus we'll do an awesome giveaway. So hit that subscribe button for me and get me up to 5K. I'd really appreciate it. And I guess with that, it's going to be a wrap. Not sure what next week's project is going to be. I've got a couple ideas. We'll just see how it rolls. Those may go by the wayside if I get work that comes into the shop. You never know. So until then, take care. We'll see you, all right? Bye.